Good morning, everyone. It's a very glorious Thursday morning, July 27th, 9 a.m. VIP pre-market prep. Listen, our schedule's a little different today. This is the only show I'm doing. I got some personal conflicts the rest of the day. So the 1 p.m. update's not going to be happening. You're listening to this now. We're going to be publishing this, making it public at 1 p.m. So you can judge us. You can see what we talked about at 9 a.m. Right now, it's 4 hours later, and you can see how we did. Every morning, we do pretty damn good. And also the 12 p.m. show we usually do once a week on Wednesdays with Rex from StoryTrading. We're going to move that to Friday because I can't do it today. So it's going to be tomorrow, 12 p.m. Now, real quick, I got the Overstock conference call playing in the background. You can see right now up 14%. Today is payday, right? We've been holding this for a couple weeks. Today's payday. We'll go over that in a second. Talk also up 16%. We've been holding that for a while. Added more payday. But first, let's just look at the indices very quickly. Excuse the background noise. I got to listen to what they're saying a little bit at Overstock. All right. Yesterday, we had the presser FOMC, and I gave my assessment of that in our VIP room. I basically said, Powell's a liar, he's a bad actor, no one believes him. The crisis is over. Risk on bullish ARK. I bought ARK and ARK calls right after that presser, and it's working out brilliantly. You can see ARK is probably the best performer here, up 2%. Everything's bullish right now. We don't even need to look at the charts, right? Everything's looking really good, and that's going to be a great tailwind for stock picking, what we do best here. All right, so Overstock had a conference call ongoing right now. Earnings was a beat. Now, they pre-announced the revenue beat, but also the EPS came in as a beat on Overstock. Now, what they're talking about right now, which is causing the stock to go up, the things that are most important is the timeline. The timeline on the Bed Bath & Beyond launch is right on schedule, point number one. Point number two, they already launched Bed Bath & Beyond in Canada, and they're giving us data, reading through on how great that data is, the Bed Bath & Beyond is for Canada, and that's a read-through for what could happen in the United States. So those are the two very positive things. The Bed Bath & Beyond stores, they're telling us, slated to close this weekend, all right? We gave you the clues on that. We posted it on our app earlier this week when I went to the Bed Bath & Beyond stores, and also the website that they were hinting at. It looked like it was going to be end of July it closes. These stores have to close before Overstock can rebrand to Bed Bath & Beyond in the United States. It looks like that's going to happen. They're saying early August. I think it's probably going to happen next week. And you can see the stock now moving up above our initial target of 35. Our next target was 43. Very easy to see how we did that. I know folks from Rexman's Rooms, Roxbury, listening right now, perhaps on their free preview this week. Rex does the technicals a little different, but we're usually in the same spot. He's looking at Fibonacci analysis. I'm looking at candle analysis and also moving averages. So $35, we had resistance here, candle resistance, and then I have moving average resistance at 43. I think Rex was saying if it breaks 38, we're going to the 50s. I'll take that. We'll see. Maybe I'll stick around a little bit after 43. But things are looking really good today. It's payday. We're in common shares and options, so very excited about our payday today. And I think it's going to be going up throughout the day. I don't know. Do you buy it here? Listen, you should have been with us weeks ago and bought it at 30, 31, 32. All right. But I think dips are going to be buyable today because of the tailwind of this good news. All right. Next, Talk. Talk's been a long-term holding for us. Earnings came out. We told you to watch Talk for earnings today. It was on our schedule. Oh, my gosh. It's unbelievable how we're picking the good earnings ones, man. But in any case, at $1.45, I slammed as much as I could, which is not a ton, but I did grab, I don't know, maybe 10,000 shares or so at $1.45. It beat, but they reaffirmed profitability guidance for Q1 2024, and they raised revenue and EBITDA guidance for 2023. This stock, and they say they're going to have $100 million cash by the time they reach profitability. This digital health company and the mental health space, much, much better than Drio, which I dumped the other day. This is the place to be in. Their revenue and their growth, much more explosive than Dario, both in the mental health space, digital mental health, but Talk doing much, much better. And of course, we know Teladoc made a big deal of digital mental health yesterday on their conference call. So this is a really hot space to be in. So you got that sentiment, one of the four pillars that's going to help the dips, to be able to hold, and help those dips being viable here. Plus, we got the fundamentals today. We got the catalyst of it happening today. This thing's just blowing up. All right, I got it in $1.45. Where is it going? Let's see. Let's see if I can find anything in the charts. You got a shallow cup here, something for me. Where are we here? 194. Okay, you know what? We're heading there. We are heading to 192 to 194. We'll see what Rex says later in his community over at Rockspear Trading. So 192 to 194. That's my immediate target on talk. Could it happen today? Maybe. If it doesn't happen today, this is a monthly candle. It may take a few days. We'll see. All right. So talk looking really good. Meta, I wasn't in this, unfortunately, but hey, I'll take it because it's moving up the QQQ. But Meta, I actually took a quick trade in my personal account. Bought it at 303 last night. I sold it at like 310, 311. Should have kept it. But listen, the earnings were great. What's there to say? This is like 52-week high. All kinds of analyst targets coming out this morning. Tons of them in the high 300s to 400. And that's where it's at, right? Mega cap, you can't go wrong with these mega cap techs, especially when they beat with these price target increases. But we're loaded. I mean, I don't even have any more money to add anything right now. In fact, this pre-market is probably the best pre-market we've ever had since we launched our hedge fund in May. So I'm looking for an explosive day, especially when those options kick in after 9 a.m. Going to be pretty fun. So no, Meta's great. All right. You can probably buy the dips. Now, SDOT. This was Grill. We gave it to you yesterday morning at $1.28. The bid is now $1.35. So you're already up on that 10% or so. 8% on that with the bid at 135. I'm going to make this a top pick. There's no chart. There's no data. They just did the ticker symbol change over here. We did a fundamental analysis with our friend Chris Tuttle from SPAC, IPO Candy and SPACfest yesterday. And I really liked his analysis. And I double checked some of the things he said. And I looked into it and I really agree with him. SDOT, this may end up being a long-term swing for us, or maybe think of it as an investment. Now it can explode today, possibly. Maybe we'll take some off the table, but this is multi-bagger potential. Sorry, no chart. All right, look it up on your desktop. But this one can go to $2, $3, $4, $5. It looks like really, really, really cheap. If you looked at our show yesterday, you saw we were showing you that chart. I flagged this at 50 cents. And why is it so cheap? And it's just kept going up. Now it's tripled since I found it. And I didn't enter because it looked too cheap. I was too suspicious, But finally, the fundamentals, the catalysts, they keep on coming. And it's starting to look really legitimate. So, and it doesn't look like they need to raise money, even though it's a penny stock here. So SDOT looking really good. SMCI and NVIDIA, these have been swings for us. And look, we had to just hold through yesterday. We held through and boom, now it's above where it was Tuesday. I don't know if this is just the general market moving up or have something to do with STM earnings or what. Yesterday I gave the thesis that I thought the read-through from the Google and Microsoft earnings was really, really good for SMCI and NVIDIA, that the picks and shovels are where it's going to be. Some money rotation possibly out of Microsoft where they're not going to monetize right away. It'll take some time and into the picks and shovels place. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the psychology here. But 329, that's your resistance, a 52-week high, 329.07 on SMCI. And I'm looking for the high 300s on this, which is a big swing position for us, as well as NVIDIA looking for, everyone's looking for high 400s and 500s on that. I actually like SMCI better. It looks cheaper than NVIDIA to me right here. Oh, McDonald's pulled back. I have to take a look. The headlines look great. It looked like a nice beat. Maybe guidance was down. I don't have to look into it, but I'm going to look into that because I really like McDonald's in an inflationary environment. People may be trading down. They launched a catering business recently for weddings. I thought that was actually brilliant. So it's been on our radar. I'm not in the stock right now, and this might be a blessing. So we'll have to look at McDonald's in a bit. Follow through on MicroStrategy. We gave this to you yesterday, the analyst and price initiation, and a $510 target or so on MicroStrategy. High short position, tailwinds from crypto, which has been hot lately. So we did buy a couple call options on that a couple months out. We'll see if this can reclaim its recent highs there in the high 480s. Maybe you'll need some crypto to cooperate for that. Costs continuing to swing costs to 600 plus. Got some call options a few months out on that as well. Man, the monthly chart is just fire on costs. Google keeps going. That's looking really good. Oh, man, we have some call options on this a few months out. This is looking really good, too. Our account's looking pretty today, I got to tell you. All right, now, PSQH. Look, there it's moving. All right, so here's the story. Oh, there it goes. Hey, nice, because we started adding over the last two top 5 today. This is going to have another resurgence here. Oh, I don't have the full chart again. Unfortunately, this TD app sometimes like these ticker symbol changes, it can't handle it right. But PSQH, I've been waiting for another surge. It's ready to happen. Why? Because it's July 27th. You know what happens August 1st, August 2nd? We don't have the exact date, but they are going to be the first advertiser on Tucker Carlson's show on Twitter. That's going to be the catalyst that gets us going. I'm looking for like a $5 move. I didn't know when it was going to bottom. Is it bottoming at 10, 12, 8? I'm not sure, but it's going to have another $5 to $10 move off of that Tucker Carlson catalyst that's coming next week. So we started accumulating yesterday. Man, was there a catalyst that just came out? Did they do a press release? Let me just check over here another source to see if there was a press release real quick on PSQH. And I'm sorry I can't show you the chart really well here. But you really don't need the chart when you have this big catalyst coming up. That's going to be enough. Okay, I don't see a catalyst specifically this morning. So the timing is just right, man, for PSQH. Looking for a big move. And by the way, on this next move, I'm going to dump it and I'm not coming back. All right. Lightning's only going to strike twice with this one, I think. It's very overvalued, but the sentiment is really, really good. There's very high demand for the stock and very low supply on this like DWAC type stock, this rum type stock. So that's going to be a top 5 pick for us, PSQH. Just stay tuned until the end of the show here, and then we'll do our magic and rate what are going to be the top 5 for the day. Just want to tell you, man, Vicker was crazy yesterday. Yesterday we gave it to you at $70 with the 75 target. And it just like hit it in like 2 minutes. And then it went to like 82, 83. And I started shorting it. I'm like, not because I was bearish on it. I just thought if it's going to gap that big, it'll have to drop, like maybe attempt to do a gap fill or something. Like, okay, I can make some quick money and then get back long. It didn't work out. So we had to close that short, but thankfully we closed it at like $84 or, a dollar or two higher. We didn't lose a lot of money when we shorted that, but that was crazy. And Rex actually had the right read when it was 82, 83. His if 83 holds, this is going on 90 imminently. So that was just crazy, man. I can't believe that call. And we kind of misplayed it. Been watching this for months, waiting for that NVIDIA news which came, and you can see what happened. But in any case, man, analysis is one thing, execution is another. All right, we got that execution wrong yesterday, but we got lots of other things working. I just want to let you know there's earnings this afternoon on microcap DAIO, which I have a good feeling about. We have a small position. We're going to monitor that this afternoon and maybe dive into it if the earnings are good. EV play, good valuation. Okay, and then Intel has earnings tonight. Roku has earnings tonight. I don't have a position in them. I don't have an opinion on them. It's just Tilray had a little bit of a catalyst this morning. I don't like the fundamentals here. I understand it's in the gap and it could go to 230. We tried that yesterday, made a couple pennies, but we got too many other things to look at that have better fundamentals. So now let's kind of reorganize what our top picks are for the day. Now it's a little bit tough because we're talking about big gap opens. So I think most of the things I'm going to give you is really going to be maybe about buying pullbacks, okay? With the exception of maybe PSQH and SDOT. So let's take a look at this. Overstock and Talk, all right? I love these. I already picked them up. Let me just tell you, we gave the alerts in our app for our StoryTrading members at 32.50, I think it was, when the earnings came out. It was like right when they came out. And I said, hey, it was a beat looking good. I forgot exactly the price, but we got in with the 35 target. So that already worked out pre-market. Talk, I got in at $1.45. Man, you had to act fast though. And that's looking good. So I like them both. All right. But because of the big move, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to move PSQH up. See if we can make room for it in the top 5. SDOT and PSQH. Okay. I'm going to move Meta down here. SMCI, NVIDIA. Let me just move MSTR. It's looking good up here. Google's looking good. All right, let's see how this looks like now. All right, for a top 5, Overstock, Talk, SDOT hasn't really moved yet, but you can't really get it in pre-market. 132 by 139. This could have a big move. Okay, on the ticker symbol change. PSQH, I'm really liking over here. And then we have Meta, SMCI. All right, you know what? I don't know what to tell you about Meta, SMCI, NVIDIA, MSTR. Are these good buys right here in pre-market? I'm not so sure. I mean, they've had big moves. So maybe it's like a buy. These are all good for buying the dips. Like we're in a bullish market. These all have great fundamentals, except maybe MSTR, maybe not as good. So these are all great, solid companies, all of these big cap ones. But for the day, I'm going to prioritize Overstock, Talk, SCOT, PSQH. All right. Those are the top 4. In fact, I feel like I want to get some more PSQH right now. I'm going to maybe do that right when I hang up. All right, guys. So that's the show for today. Unfortunately, no more updates today. I got personal stuff to deal with the whole day. And then I'll be on the StoryTrading app. I'll contribute where I can in Rex's community over at Rockspear. But we'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We do. Take care.